great. It's great to see so many of you guys turn out today on this April Fool's Day. So yeah, before we begin the actual competition, we have Jackie, our events officer here, who's going to be presenting a How to Hacker Rank presentation.
So welcome to CodeJam 2023. Just do a quick run through on how to hacker rank. So hacker rank is basically like a platform so gonna run our code event today. So yeah, personal coding learning platform, and yeah. So this is where you sign up, go to the website, sign up, and you click I'm here to practice and prepare, put your details in, and then for CodeJam, if you just put in the competition link down here and enter the competition, you're going to start and wait for the timer. And how this platform works is you'll be prompted on this page and you can pick the questions. So the challenge name and the percentage of people that have already solved the questions and the maximum leaderboard points. And yeah. So when you choose the questions, I think the most important thing is to look at the points and the difficulty, and the rough guideline is an easy question is around 20 to 25 marks, and for mainly first years, pretty easy questions, and you've got the mediums that maybe have some tricky edge cases, harder questions, you can't really brute force them, and then the advanced and experts and pretty self-expert. Yeah, so when you pick the question, you go into here, have a quick read of the brief. You can pick the language that you want to write the problem in, solve the problem in, and then just answer the question on the next slide. So this is probably the most important one. Read the description, check the inputs, and then check the constraints, and then check the output format. It will basically give you all the information for the question. And yeah, if you just look at here, this is basically what the format of what most of the questions will look like. And just the exact same thing. We give you an example of like inputs, which is supposed to input, and then sample outputs, and an explanation of what the program is actually doing here. And yeah, just the run code and test the code against all our cases. So when you pick a language, you can see there's going to be a drop-down box. Pick the language that you're going to write it in, and then begin writing your code. Are there any questions so far? So you put your question, you put your solution in the function, you test your code, and you try to run it, and then you'll test it with our cases, and then submit your code, and it'll tell you if you fail a test case, but not why you failed the test case. If it tests with a sample, it'll give you an explanation of what went wrong if you just run it and get it correct. So this is an example. So on the left-hand side here, so run your code, everything's green, pretty self-explanatory. And then on the right-hand side, some of the tests pass, and then some of them don't. And the same thing, there are some common errors of your code. The first one, it's the wrong answer. Your code ran fine, but it may be printed and returned an incorrect value. You can think of some edge cases. And the second one is runtime. Maybe you have like an infinite loop or something, and you can try to optimize your code. The third one is runtime error, maybe just a bad code syntax. And there should be some information about debugging. And if you want to edit the code that you have just written and don't want to restart it, just click this one. And final note, if you guys have any questions, don't be afraid to just come up to this table right here. We have the committee, so Isaac, our president, secretary, they're all here to come talk to us if you have any questions. And then we've got IMC here as well, who is sponsoring our event today. Just last thing, this is for fun, please take breaks. Of course it can be competitive, but we're all here to learn anyways, so just enjoy your time here.
hopefully you guys know HackerRank a little bit better. If you do have any other questions around how to sign up, or you're having difficulties, feel free to reach out. We can help you with that. Alright, so firstly, we would like to thank IMC for sponsoring this event. So they're sponsoring the prizes, which will be unveiled in the next slide if you haven't seen them already. And yeah, so we have 2 IMC reps with us today. So yeah, feel free to come by, ask some questions about CodeJam, about IMC, just I guess whatever you want to do with that. So here are our prizes this year. So we're going with some pretty cool stuff. Top prize includes a Team Liquid set, I guess. And then we've also got shirts, caps, bottles and stuff. So yeah, definitely plenty to look forward to winning if you do happen to place top, second, third, or as a best first year. So some rules that we'll quickly run over. So competitors must work individually and submit only their own work. So yeah, this is unfortunately not an event that you can collaborate in. The use of AI-assisted tools such as ChatGPT are prohibited, and committee reserve the right to disqualify any competitors using or suspected of using these tools. So this competition is made so that you can practice your skills, not practice your ability to use ChatGPT. So yeah, please be wary of that. There is also a limit of 1 prize per person, and to be eligible, you must be a current university student, a current UQCS member, and registered on the HackerRank contest, and of course, have a paid ticket to this event. So non-students such as alumni and non-UQCS members can participate, but you will not be eligible for prizes. And finally, you are considered a first-year student if this is your first or second semester of university studies. In general, doesn't matter what degree or what university you started in, are at, etc. Scoring, so as Jackie went over, I guess, yeah, so challenges have a predetermined score, and it is relative to the number of test cases you pass. So even if you do not get all the test cases, you may be eligible for some part marks as well. And yeah, you can submit multiple times, and yeah, you can, like, the score will reflect the highest score that you've achieved. And participants will be ranked on this score as well. So we will have the HackerRank leaderboard up throughout the day. Of course, don't, like, if you're gunning for that, good for you, but don't let that discourage you from trying your best. Submission time. So we will be submitting, so for the calculation of prizes, submission times go from 10:30 to 3:45 today. So that is for calculation of points. Of course, after the event, if you do wish to continue trying some CodeJam questions, or there's a question you've been working on that doesn't quite work out, you are able to, I guess, attempt those and submit, but of course that doesn't count towards the points. So, what if you're keen for more and after CodeJam you're like, oh, I want to do more of this? We do have our competitive programming group, subtle plug, which will be starting up this Wednesday from 4 to 5 p.m. with occasional guest appearances from Paul Verpick, the coordinator for 1001. So yeah, here you can practice CodeJam and lead code style questions. For the first session on Wednesday, we will be going over some questions that people may have found difficult in CodeJam. And also, this year, we will be trying to enter you guys into programming competitions. So whether that be national, regional, or international programming contests, such as the ANZAC or ICPC competitions. These ones you can work in groups, so that's definitely going to be quite fun there. And yeah, so it'll enable you to compete with students from other universities. Currently, those leaderboards are very heavily dominated by the likes of UNSW, UWA, UAdelaide. We really want to see UQ up there. So yeah, apart from that, here are our links for HackerRank. So yeah, that's the HackerRank link for all of your questions and submissions. And also the second link is so that you can register your HackerRank account to your person so that we can give you a prize if you win that.
And just the last thing, we'll put these slides up with the previous PowerPoint for how to hacker rank on the Discord, and just go if anyone has any questions. Yeah. Happy coding, guys.